Good morning, everyone. As always, place your cross on first, no matter what's going on in your life. You know, if you live for Christ, live for Christ. I'm not saying you're going to get your rest days. You're going to get your breaks. But you know, when it's convenient, and I'm saying it's not always going to be convenient, but when it's time, you'll know what to do. You understand? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. The word says nobody can find out what God's plans are from start to finish. You know, when we going through life, we think, well, maybe I'm supposed to be with this type of person. Maybe I'm supposed to be with this type of person. Maybe I'm supposed to be here. Maybe I'm supposed to be there. One of my favorite stories in the Bible, and it's been one of my favorites ever since I've been reading the Bible, Hosea. I can relate to him. I don't know. It's just something about his story that resonates with me. And when I opened the Bible up today, I just opened it up and I turned to Hosea and I was talking to the Lord like, man, you want me to read this again? Because I feel like I did at least 8 sermons or 8 teachings on Hosea. Well, if God want me to read it again, I'm gonna read it again. But you know what though? It start feeling like that. If you read the Bible a lot and you study and read it, and you're gonna find yourself feeling like you just did it. And the thing is, you probably did it months ago. Because you keep going back and forth through these stories, and it feels like, did I just do this? Well, today we're going to read from Hosea. That's what I feel like the Lord wants me to do. Let's go with it, people. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea the son of Beeri in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. Now, Hosea was a prophet during all these kings: Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. Now just keep that. That's a little backstory. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms. Now, what would that translate to this day and age? Think about it now. Take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms. For the land had committed great whoredom, departing for the Lord. So he went and took Gomer the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu. Now think about this now. Everything that God is allowing Hosea to come through and go through and to do serves a purpose. This is a great story to realize all things work together for those that love God. I'm sure Hosea, being a man of God, get a call, hey, I need you to marry this woman that's buck wild. Doesn't even sound like the Lord would even tell a man to do something like that, but it serves a purpose. You see, a lot of us are looking for that perfect wife, that perfect husband, or this and that. Now, God's going to give you something that's perfect for you, perfect for his will, purpose for his purpose. Ain't really got nothing to do with you. And the Lord said, call his name Jezreel for a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again and bare a daughter. And God said unto him, call her name Lo-Ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. Even their names serve a purpose. Boy, I wish we was that in tune with the Lord this day and age. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God. And will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle by horses, nor by horsemen. And when she had weaned Lo-Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said God, Call his name Lo-Ami, for you are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered, measured or numbered. And it shall come to pass that in that place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Wow, ain't that amazing? I just imagine Hosea was like, this the woman you want me to marry? Yeah. You see, if you read the Bible, you're going to see that a lot of it makes no sense to us, but it's designed to make perfect sense for the Lord and his will. That's like taking a pastor at a church. Hey man, I want you to go to the candy store. If anybody don't know what that is, it's a strip club in Mobile. And I want you to take that woman right there and marry her. Just imagine what the backlash you're going to get from supposed men and women of God. Why would you date someone like that? I don't know. The Lord told me to do it. So I got to be obedient to him. Think about that. He could have said, no, man, that's not the type of woman I want. That's the type of woman I want you to have. That's the type of man I want you to have, that lost sheep, Because I thought for sure, when you find God, God will put you with another God-fearing person that's just like you, love God as much as you, with no problem, perfect. What look at that? Oh man. Now in this case, let's keep reading. Hosea chapter 2. Say ye unto your brethren Ami, and to your sisters Ruhamah, plead with your mother. Plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from betwixt her breast. Now, when you read this, you're going to automatically think the wife is doing whoredoms. Yes, she is. But guess what else is doing whoredoms? The land, Israel and Judah. Lest I strip her naked, and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as the wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I would not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoredoms. Look at this. For their mother have played the harlot. Now, think about the land. The land is playing the harlot by worshiping other gods and this and that. Now, let's see what he says to this. For their mother have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I would go after my lovers. They give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink. How many times you heard a story recently or in the past about women or men leaving their husband because they think the grass is greener on the other side? Because they giving them gifts, they pampering her, and this and that. This is the type of woman the Lord had Hosea to marry. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. It's a lot of people in this world that can't find their paths because it's the Lord's work. The Lord may give you a good man or a good woman, but you can't see it. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. Now take that. Then, and she shall seek them, but she shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband. For then was it better with me than now. How many times you heard that before? Now the Bible is so coded. Go back to your first love. Now when you read this, you're going to automatically think it's about a woman. It's about returning to the Lord. Sometimes the Lord allow you to go through certain places, certain things, meet certain people, and have them be in your life to serve a purpose. You may not understand it. I always bring up the story of Samson. Hey, go get you a Philistine. Fall in love with a Philistine woman. His parents couldn't understand it. Like, why would you have? Well, we got our people. Not knowing this was because of the Lord. Wow. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge me will direct your path. You see, a lot of times in my life, I question the Lord in regards to this myself. In regards to the woman I was led to marry, my first wife, which was actually a pagan wife. Then I read stories like this. I'm like, okay, I understand, Lord. You got a plan. It's bigger than me. You take me all the way from Mobile, Alabama to 200 and some miles away. Meet this woman that's a pagan and marry her? Wow. And the thing is, nothing was hid from me. I knew she was pagan. I knew this. I knew so much. But it's the same way. A lot of times we know things. Just imagine knowing that this woman is a harlot style woman. And the Lord's like, marry her. But the Lord said, don't take upon you strange wives. You know what a strange wife is? Any woman that serves another God and apart from the Most High God. That's what a stranger is. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Now, you got to look at the code. Now he's talking about the land. Look at this land we live in. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax, given to cover her nakedness. And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of my hand. Now think about this. Look at United States of America, right? Every nation around the world look at us and laugh at us because of what we do. God-fearing lands and non-God-fearing lands, because of the stupidity that we allow. He said, I will uncover their nakedness. I will discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of my hand. Think about that. Now think about a wayward wife or a wayward husband. What's done in the dark come manifest in the light. Take America. We've been doing all these dirty deeds in the dark. Now it's out. Everything's out in the open. It's an old blues song I used to listen to back in the day. He said, I will cause all her murder to cease. Her feast days, her new moons, her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. I will destroy her vines and her fig trees, where she have said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me. Now take the United States. We take so many bribes from other nations. I don't know. I don't do politics. I don't vote. I don't do none of that. But we help people. The world lives in a, it ain't necessarily helping out good people or bad people. It's about you scratch my back, I scratch yours. At one point in time, we was helping Russia. At one point in time, we was helping Iraq. We was helping this person. We was helping that. We helping that. That's how we live. These are my rewards that my lovers have given me. And I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. I will visit upon her the days of Baalim, where she burned incense to them, and she decked herself with her earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers, and forgot me, said the Lord. Now think about a husband. God always called himself our husband. When we neglect God, neglect to talk to him, we go a whore. That's what a whore is. Adultery is a whore too, but there's another form of whoring. When you start worshiping other gods, you're a spiritual whore. Not only in this case, Hosea's wife was a whore that left her husband chasing after other people. And guess what? We do it too to the Lord. Like, we'll look at a woman, a whorish man, be like, it's clearly evident. But we can't look in the mirror and see how whorish we are when we turn from God. Therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. And I will give her vineyards from thence, and the valley of Echo for a door of hope. She shall sing there as in the days of her youth, as in the days when she came up out of the land of Egypt. You see how he's talking about the children of Israel? And it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shalt call me no more Baali. For I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth. They shall no more be remembered by their name. And in that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and shall make them to lie down safely. And I will betroth thee unto me forever. Sounds like the coming of the Lord. I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness, and in loving and judgment, and in loving kindness, and in mercy. I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know the Lord. And it shall come to pass in that day I will hear, saith the Lord. I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth, and the earth shall hear the corn, and the wine, and the oil, and it shall hear Jezreel. And I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which are not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my God. This even talks about the Gentiles and the strangers and this and that. You see, if you read the Old Testament, all those books about the kings, how they went backwards and forwards, turn away from God, turn away from God. Then my Lord, here come Hosea. Hey, I'm finna put you through something, man of God. Let's go to chapter 3. Watch this. Then said the Lord unto me, go get love a woman, beloved her a friend. I'm like, I try to figure this out. Did she leave Hosea for somebody else? Or was this a whole completely wife altogether? I'm still trying to figure that out. Yet an adulteress. Oh, there you go. God just answered my question. She left him for somebody else. God hates divorce. He does. But he can fix things. Yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who looked to other gods and loved flagons of wine. So I bought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for an homer of barley, and an half homer of barley. That sounds kind of crazy for the Lord to tell a prophet to do that. Like I said, people, we'll never understand a lot of things that the Lord does. And I said unto her, thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So I will also be for thee. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. Afterwards shall the children of Israel return, and seek the Lord their God, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Now, if you keep reading, you'll see Hosea's word from the Lord got a lot to do with what he's going through, and a lot to do with what's going on in the land. What am I getting at? I don't know. Think about it. A lot of times what you're going through as a man or a woman of God is what's going on in the land. You understand? Think about it. Everything serves a purpose. Chapter 3. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing, aren't these the 10 commandments? And committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. Look at the land we live in now. None of this stuff is really frowned upon anymore in our land. And we expect it to get better. It's getting worse. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yet the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another. For thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in that day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no more priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. Look at this land we live in. Let me pause for a second.